Hello friends. I was going to do this video from outside, but it's so hot out there. It's already, what is it? Let's see what this says. Yeah, it's 99 degrees outside. The sun is hot. I do have a shade shelter, but I said I might as well do it inside instead of suffering. And Maxie, it's too hot for him really. He's in here in his little bed. Let me see if I can show you where he's at. He's kind of relaxing. There he is. There's Maxie. Are you sleeping? He's got his eyes open, believe it or not. He's laying there with his little baby. So, over the years, I've been on the road for probably about 7.5 years, going on 7.5 years. I think I started out in 2017, and I think Bob Wells put his first video of me living in my car in 2018. Or actually, no. We went to the RTR in 2018. It was late 2018 or 19 when he put out his first video that went viral with well over 5 million views. Anyhow, I share a clip in here of how I used the toilet when I was living in the car from his video. I took a clip from it. So I'll show you that. I have two things. I have a pee bucket, basically, which I do not line. And I do have a lid for it, and I've actually kind of covered it with a soft lining because women don't like to sit on these hard plastic things. Right. And then I funnel it into a 1 gallon, oops, sorry Dolly, that's my dog Dolly. I funnel it into a 1 gallon water jug. And then I dump it where it needs to be dumped. For the other job, number 2, basically poop. I have another bucket that is the same size that I sit into that bucket, and I line it with a good plastic bag, and I do my business, and then I take the business and I twist it, and I fold it over again, and I twist it again, and I fold it over again. I do about 4 times, and then I put it into a Ziploc bag. So there's no smell. Right. And I don't have to think about it after that. So I lived in the car about 6 months until I got sick, and I bought a cargo trailer. When I got the cargo trailer, I started out with a 5-gallon bucket and I think it's called a Lugabaloo lid, which is a toilet seat cover that's made for a bucket. That's what I used for a while, and it was fine. Back then I used pine shavings, which took a lot of space, or cat litter. The problem is it's very heavy and it takes a lot of room. I didn't have room to store a lot of that stuff. So anyhow, that's what I used for the medium. And it didn't really kill the odors with that kind of a medium. So when I did go to visit my ex-husband in Modesto, California, I picked up my old cassette toilet, which I used for years camping with my kids and my foster children. It was always great. So I brought that back with me when I came home here to Arizona. The little bucket I used when I was camping in the car probably cost me a whole total of $2 for everything. For the Lugabaloo, I think it cost me maybe $20 for the toilet seat and probably $5 for the bucket, if that. Okay, so the cassette toilet that I used when I went back and got it and put it in the cargo trailer, it worked great. Didn't cost me anything because I had it for years. But it was hard when you're traveling or living off-grid to find places to dump it without it being obvious. It's a big system. You have to take the top off, set it down somewhere, carry the whole thing in, which was 5 gallons. A 5-gallon container that is obvious it's a toilet into a public place. And if their bathrooms are inside, you're not going to want to carry it in there. You get the crazy looks when you do something like that, even on the outside toilets. So only so many parks have access to their bathrooms, and there's just not a lot of places to dump. So that was a big problem with the cassette toilet. Also, I know it was very hard for me to carry that much weight. So eventually, I got rid of it. I took it. I know it sounds terrible, but I took it to a dumpster and dumped it in there. I said, I'm not going to give this to anybody. Just couldn't do it. So, okay. So then I went back to my 5-gallon bucket in the cargo trailer. And then after I got the box fan, my friend Dave helped me build out this homemade composting toilet with a urine diverter. It had a handle on the front, it had a drawer on the bottom for the compost, and a window you could see how high up the urine was in the bottle on the inside. The lid was not big enough for me, but also it was so tall because of the drawer on the bottom, I couldn't reach the floor. It was heavy and bulky and took up a lot of space, and it was kind of difficult at times to get it out from under the bed. So it was a great system, wonderful. Everything about it was great except the weight and the bulkiness and the size. So I revamped it because I didn't want the drawer in the bottom. I put a box on the back of the toilet to hold the compost. That worked out, but still was bulky and it was hard. Anyhow, but it worked out really well. And I did love the composting toilet. And I had used, with that, I used the coconut core. It comes in little square bricks. You can get it wet overnight. By the next day, usually it's dried out enough you start using it. It just breaks up so easily after you get it moist. That's how it expands. So you'll get probably a good 1 gallon or probably 1 gallon worth of compost from one little square, like 9-inch each length and width. Anyhow, so you get a lot of compost out of there. It's very lightweight until you put the water in it. That's how you get it to swell up and expand. And I love the compost, the coconut core. I still use that today. Okay, so then I moved into the RV fifth wheel for about a year. I had the Tepford toilet, which is flushable and it went into a black tank. So, and really, even when I had that, I choose not to use it for number twos. So I use the public toilet here in the RV park. And then, of course, I sold the RV, and now I'm back in the box van. I don't have a black tank in the box van. So I started out, I went and bought a cassette toilet. I had a lot of problems with this cassette toilet. First of all, the flusher part never worked. Secondly, the pull handle where you open it up when you want the waste to go down in the bottom part never worked right. And when I did carry it out, it would leak sometimes out of the main hole because it didn't seal right because of the handle. So it really never worked right. I bought it on Amazon. I don't even remember how much I paid for it, but it just wasn't very good. Plus, it was a smaller holding tank, but it was too heavy. I could not carry that when it got full of urine. So, and technically, it's a cassette toilet. You can do number 1 and number 2, but the odors are terrible. And I don't like you can't use chemicals. So, anyhow, my back is still messed up. All these years after growing my back, I still cannot lift more than maybe 15 pounds without putting a lot of strain on my back. So, weight of that was just too much for me. So I said, okay, that's it. So I cleaned it up, got it all ready, took it over to give away. And I give away things when I can use something. I bought something or I have something and I can use it. I try to just find somebody that can use it and give it away. So that's pretty much what I did. So I took that over there. I've been going through downsizing a lot. So I'm trying to get rid of a ton of stuff. After I've been in the fifth wheel, you wouldn't believe how much stuff I have accumulated. I have a storage unit. It's full. I'm going through and getting rid of everything I really don't need. So I'm giving it away to the Goodwill or Salvation Army, or if I find somebody that needs something, I'll give it to them. Here in the park, sometimes they have yard sales. I give it to the manager and let them sell it, use it for whatever they use it for here at the park. Anyhow, so that's kind of, so now I did the video a couple weeks ago about the Ogo Nomad toilet. So this is what the Ogo Nomad toilet is. So this is the Ogo Nomad composting toilet. It's kind of light gray with a dark gray top, and it comes with its information card. Tells you what it comes with. It is a sanitary spray bottle, a urine odor trap, a urine bottle with cap, and 2 disposable bags. Also comes with a coconut core medium. So it has a hinged lid, and we take off the whole top. This is what you get. Is basically a square bucket, basically, and it holds a about 1.5 gallon urine bottle. Does have a cap. It has a handle. It's very easy to lift for me, very simple, and it has a place in the back where you can put your bag, and it clips under these little clips, so that it will hold the bag up. So when you do something in there, number 2, it'll be fine. It'll hold it up and not collapse down on the bottom. So all you have to do is put some coconut core medium, or whatever medium you're using for composting, in the bottom of the bag, and then layer it as you use it, each time you use it. So this is what it looks like with the coconut core inside the bag, and it's all clipped up on the bucket, as you can see. So that's the odor vent, keeping it from odors getting there. That goes on there. So this is what it looks like after the top is put on. There's a urine hole with the urine diverter with the coconut core behind it in the bag. You can probably put a small bucket there, but I think it's bigger with the plastic bag. I was surprised how sturdy it is. And it slides right under my bed where I have plenty of. So if you enjoyed this video, I shared many options I've used over the years. I even used the Tri-Tips toilet, which is a collapsible toilet, in my car when I camped in the car in the tent, or a couple trips, which was great for us in the car. Actually, was probably better than my little 2-gallon bucket I had when I first lived in the car. But the Tri-Tips is great for that. But the Ogo Nomad is the best system I use. It's very cheap, $200 for it. I'm not promoting them. I don't get sponsored by them or anything, but I do think it's a great option. I notice other ones are out there, a lot of different ones. They're very similar, but most of them are much more money. And if you're looking for something that's cheap, that's, affordable, $200 is not bad. I spend more than that on my homemade composting toilet that Dave helped me build. Just a urine diverter is 60 to 70 bucks. So anyhow, if you found value out of this video, please make a comment in the comments section. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up, because then maybe YouTube will share it out with other people when they see people like this. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out. And if you want to support my channel, please check out my description below the video, and I have a Amazon store. Anything you purchase, I make a small commission when you use my link. Also, I do have memberships on my channel. Anyhow, so hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much. Oh, tell somebody about this channel. I only need a few to get to 35,000. You have a great day. I thank God every day for all the blessings I have. Have a great day. I love you all. Bye-bye.